Hey guys, welcome back to Camp in a Box. Today we're going to make some nature shadow puppets. In your kit you'll get a cup of glue as well as several different animal templates and pieces of cardboard. You'll need things like writing utensils and scissors from home. The first step is to decide which animals you're going to make into shadow puppets first, and then start the process of cutting out your templates. If your template is made up of several different shapes, like this snail, go ahead and use a pen or a pencil to draw connecting lines between all of the shapes, and then cut around those connecting lines. All of the animal silhouettes in your kit are native animals to Indiana and the surrounding area. If you're lucky, you'll be able to spot most of these animals either in your own backyard or at one of Indiana's awesome state parks. Once all of your templates have been trimmed down, it's time to start tracing them onto one of your sheets of cardboard. Start with your first animal at the bottom of your cardboard and start tracing. By putting your first template at the bottom of your sheet and as close as you can to a corner, you're providing enough room for you to trace several other different animals onto the same sheet of cardboard. Take your time playing around with your second template and find the best spot on your cardboard sheet in order to trace it. You want it to be close enough to the edge and to your first drawing that you can have plenty of space to add one more animal to your cardboard sheet, but you also want it to be far enough away that you won't accidentally cut into the first drawing when you're cutting out the second drawing. If you can, try to fit 2 to 3 animals onto one sheet of cardboard. That way you can make as many shadow puppets as possible. Once you're done tracing, go ahead and grab your black paint and a thin paintbrush because it's time to start painting in our shadow puppets. Go slowly and paint around the outlines of all of your different animals. You're going to want to use a paintbrush to do your outlining work instead of a permanent marker because it leaves a lot more wiggle room for when you go in and fill in your animal shapes with a larger brush. Did you know that we actually have an endangered species living right here in Morgan County? The Indiana bat lives statewide and is listed as endangered by the Fish and Wildlife Service. It likes to hang out in wooded areas during the summer and then hibernates in caves and old mines during the winter. Once your outline is finished, go ahead and grab that larger brush and fill in your animal silhouette. Then it's just a simple matter of repeating the process on your 2 other animals. Did you know that a lot of Indiana state parks and even some city parks in Indianapolis have these really great nature centers where you can go and visit and learn all about the wildlife in Indiana? My personal favorite is the Eagle Creek Ornithology Center, where you can learn all about the different birds that live across the state. The Nature Center at McCormick's Creek State Park is also really cool and interactive. Have you ever wanted to climb into a cave? You can at the Nature Center. Once you have filled in all of your silhouettes, go ahead and set your cardboard aside to dry for a couple of hours. While your paint is drying, go ahead and grab the rest of the materials that you need. You will get a couple of wooden sticks in your kit, but you'll need something like tape or glue from home as well as a pair of scissors. Now it's time to go ahead and start cutting out our animals. I started with the snail. To turn your silhouette into a shadow puppet, flip it over and put your stick in the thickest part of your shape. Then secure it with tape or glue. It doesn't matter if you use tape or glue, but whichever one you choose, make sure you pick the strongest one that you have available. I use duct tape in this case. If you wanted to add an extra layer of usability to your shadow puppet, once you're done securing the stick, you could also paint this entire back section black. That way you can flip your shadow puppet around while you're putting on a performance and playing, and there won't be any color difference. Both sides would be black. Go ahead and trim off any visible tape from the back side of your puppet, and your first one's done. Now let's check in on those other two that we had ready to go. I noticed when I was cutting out the snail that the portion of cardboard with the rabbits had bent a little bit while it was drying. So I went ahead and carefully cut them out and decided that they were just a little bit too bendy for me to make into puppets quite yet. So I set them under a book for a couple of hours. Well, that's a curtain call on the shadow puppets for now. Thanks so much for crafting with me today, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!